Hello everyone, welcome to MCQs for Judiciary Exams. Question number 1. How should courts evaluate the exercise of the right of private defense? Option A. It must be judged strictly and weighed on a golden scale. Option B. It cannot be brushed aside and must not be weighed pedantically. Option C. It should always be presumed as misuse unless proven otherwise. And option D. It applies only in cases of murder. The correct answer is option B. Recently, the Supreme Court has clarified that the right of private defense is a lawful safeguard and should not be dismissed lightly or evaluated with excessive technicality. Courts must adopt a practical approach while assessing such cases. The principle was reinforced in Rakesh Dutt Sharma vs. State of Uttarakhand, where a medical practitioner was acquitted as his actions were held to be within the lawful exercise of private defense. Question number 2. When does submitting a forged document amount to the offense of cheating under Section 420 of the IPC? Option A. Always irrespective of consequences. Option B. If the document is discovered to be false regardless of impact. Option C. Only if the document is related to safety regulations. And option D. Only if it induces the authority to grant a material benefit or causes wrongful loss. The correct answer is option D. Recently, the Supreme Court clarified that merely submitting a forged document does not constitute cheating under Section 420 of the IPC unless it leads to dishonest inducement that causes wrongful loss to another and results in wrongful gain. In Juppalli Lakshmikanta Reddy vs. State of Andhra Pradesh and another, a cheating case was quashed against a college head accused of submitting a fake fire safety NOC as the building did not legally require such NOC and no wrongful benefit or loss occurred. Question number 3. Under Order 7 Rule 11 Clause D of the Civil Procedure Code, which of the following situations does not fall within the ambit of barred by law? Option A. Order 2 Rule 2 and res judicata. Option B. Jurisdiction. Option C. Limitation. And option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option D. Order 7, Rule 11 Clause D of the Civil Procedure Code allows a court to reject a plaint if the suit is barred by law. Barred by law essentially means that the suit cannot proceed because it is legally prohibited in some way. Question number 4. The Dissolution of Muslim Marriage Act 1939 is based on the following school of Muslim law. Option A. Hanafi school. Option B. Shafi school. Option C. Maliki school. And option D. Zaidi school. The correct answer is option A. The Dissolution of Muslim Marriage Act 1939 is primarily based on the Hanafi school of Muslim law. The Hanafi school is one of the 4 major Sunni Islamic schools of jurisprudence, as it is followed by a significant portion of the Muslim population, particularly in South Asia and parts of the Middle East. The law governs the circumstances and procedures under which a Muslim marriage can be dissolved, including grounds for divorce and the process for obtaining a divorce in accordance with Hanafi jurisprudence. Question number 5. A gives rupees 1000 to B on condition that he shall marry A's daughter C. At the date of transfer, C was dead. The transfer is option A regular, option B irregular, option C void, and option D voidable. The correct answer is option C. The transfer is void because the condition was impossible to fulfill at the time of the transfer as C was already dead, making the condition impossible and the entire transfer a nullity under both Indian Contract Act and the Transfer of Property Act. It's the time for practice question. Under the Registration Act, exemption of certain documents executed by or in favor of government is related to option A, Section 88, option B, Section 89, option C, Section 90, and option D, none of the above. Pin down your answers in the comment section below.